All right, Shalom Akim. Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. This is going to be part 3, and it'll be the last part for the World War III videos. I just wanted to go into this right here, which is at CNN, .com, and it basically just goes into Donald Trump and the things that he's done and all that stuff. So as I'm reading on, I get to this part right here, and let's see, where does it say it? Meanwhile, Iran has further religion. See, where was I? I was down here. Okay, so it says here in the CNN website, it says, then again, he might be. Europe has to have a long, hard think about what the implications of the second Trump term could be. All right, because this first election of Donald Trump wasn't good, man. It was good for us in the sense that we're actually getting closer to the destruction of this place, but it wasn't good for these other nations, these merchants, So it says 4 more years, sure, but what would it mean for long-term politics, Salakia, of the most powerful nation on earth? See that? And that's what I wanted to highlight, man. The most powerful nation on earth. All right, it's talking about world affairs. All right, it's talking about these other nations not liking what America's doing. These other nations, looking at America like, you're leading us down a wrong path, man. All right. So let me get over here. Slovakia. Bear with me. So right here, it says the most powerful nation on earth. And can America ever go back to how it was before? How was it before, man? What made this place great? All right. What made this place so great? It was white supremacy. That's what made this place great. You see? Nothing about this place was great whenever there was supposed equality. You see what I'm saying? Nothing was great at that point, So I'm going to get into the scriptures in a second. Just bear with me. All right, so it says, let me go back up. 4 more years, complicating the decision for the EU, at least, is the face that one of its most powerful members is leaving the bloc in less than a month. The UK is leaving the EU at a time when Trump is trying to renegotiate the transatlantic relationship, said Mark Leonard, Director of the European Council on Foreign Relations. There is a danger that as Britain leaves the EU, it puts getting trade deals above all else. All right. Sitting at the top of the UK hit list in terms of trade are the EU and the US. And the latter is a political priority for London, but most trade experts believe that a comprehensive deal with one sinks the chances of doing so with the other. All right, so people are starting to look at America all right, and the things that they're doing, pulling away from deals, all right, doing certain things because of this whore that is going to be hated, man. You know, this whore that is going to be hated. And right now you have these Americans that believe they're not going to be touched. They believe that they're going to continue as they had been for, since they were a nation. So this is Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. All right, because these other nations, yeah, they did, evil works as well. But focusing on Babylon the Great, which is going to be the main one, afterward, the other nations are also going to fall, but not like Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is going to be the biggest, destruction that is going to be set here on earth, man. So verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom, thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else is beside me. All right, you think yourself to be above, the Most High. You think yourself to be above, everybody else, man. And these other nations and these people, they're noticing that, and they don't like it one bit. So this is Revelations 18 and 7. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen, I am no widow, and shall not sorrow. All right, you think you're not going to be destroyed. You think you're not going to see any loss. You think you're going to continue on, man. And that's how people see America. How can we make America great again? That's what that little post has said. You see, but America hasn't been great, man. It was only great whenever we were in slavery. Same thing with Egypt. Egypt was only great when it had the Israelite slaves. Same thing with ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon was great because of ancient Israelite slaves, man. We've made every single nation better. So what do they want to do? Put us back into captivity, man. You're going to have that martial law come through. After martial law, you're going to have the persecution of the prophets. You're also going to have the RFID chip being implemented, which is the mark of the beast. All right, they won't present it as the mark of the beast, but it is the mark of the beast. And then after that, they're also going to have what's it called? The Third World War. So she has glorified herself, man. She sat down as a queen. She felt herself to be the lady of kingdoms. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. All right, one day all this death is going to come to you, man. One day all these plagues are going to come to you. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai who judgeth her. All right, so the Most High is judging you, and he's letting you know these things are going to happen, man. Same thing with Luke 16. All right, when you go into Luke 16, it's talking about the destruction and the death and the burning of Babylon, man. And then you have Esau, Edom, which represents the rich man, all right, begging to Abraham, saying, please, if Lazarus could just dip his finger in water, man, that means cool his, pump his brakes, let us be okay. But Abraham said no. And he was like, please let me come back from the grave so I can warn people. And Abraham said no. He was like, not even if you come back from the grave or anybody comes back from the grave. Let them hear the prophets, what the prophets have to say. Which is what got Lazarus, which is what got Lazarus saved and Esau, Edom destroyed, man. Which is the rich man, Because they're not going to listen to the prophets. They're going to do the exact opposite, man. They're going to persecute the prophets, as it is written, So it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. You see, so Babylon the Great and the beast, all right, is completely different. You see, Babylon the Great, that great whore, is a part of the beast, all right? But all these other nations, they're going to hate the great whore, man, which is Babylon, which is America. You know. So it says, uh, fornications and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, because they were made rich through somebody. You know, you don't mourn. All right, these nations aren't gonna mourn for somebody unless they were being helped by that person, man. Unless they were being made successful through that person. You know, I was watching Grey's Anatomy. All right, and in one of the parts, you have Christina Yang, which is the Asian looking female, and then you had Dr. Hunt, which is a redhead male, and then you have I forgot the other doctor's name, but it was like a love triangle. All right, Dr. Hunt loved Christina Yang, and he loved that other woman, which was a white woman. That white woman loved Dr. Hunt, and Christina Yang loved Dr. Hunt, but she also loved that other woman that loved her man. All right, was a great teacher to her. You know. But she loved her because she was a good teacher, because she was gaining knowledge from that person. But she also disliked her and hated her, all right, because she liked the man that she was with. You know? So it's that same conflict of interest type of deal, man. You know? These other nations, they're only going to bewail and cry for you because of the riches that you made them possess. Not because they love this place, man, or because of the actions that you pulled. You know? That's why the nations hate the great whore, man, because of the actions, you know. It says, verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon